Roll call 219. We're going to do sort of an unboxing of my new firearm that I got out of layaway. I had to get it out before the 11th. They wanted to round up all their stuff for the end of the year, so I had to get it out of there. I didn't get the full 25-day grace period, but I got it out of there. I want to thank Cindy. What a great gal. She knows the way to my heart, whether it's food or guns. So I like to thank her. This is part of my birthday present. But I opened it up to take a peek, and I had to get the grease off the gun. If anybody's familiar with Tauruses, the packing grease in there is, for this one, was really bad. I mean, I have a lot of Taurus firearms, but this one was pretty bad, so I had to get it out of the package and get some of that grease off of it. I still have to break the gun down and get in there and all the internals of the firearm. But it comes in this another cardboard box, and then you have your manual. So please read that, and then your warranty and all that. The reason why I buy Taurus firearms is because right now they are really affordable. They are really affordable. If you're that first-time firearm buyer and it's going to be your first gun and you don't want to go the cheaper routes, like the high points and all that, Taurus is a good thing to look at. Now, I bought the G2 and I am really pleased with this gun. It's my everyday carry. So the gun that I bought today was the PT 709. And this is like the little brother to the G2. This is the single stack 9mm, which is cool because it's a 9. As we all know, I have a little pocket gun, which is 380. So, if I'm going to be out and about for a little bit longer than I expected, I can take this gun instead of the little pocket 380, and this one is chambered in 9mm. Some of the features of this gun for checking it out are, the ergonomics of the firearm itself. It really works well. It works well with me. I don't have huge hands, so that's good. Another good feature is the sights. It's got the 3-dot system, like most pistols have. I've noticed that I think the front sight is raised a little bit higher than that G2, so picking it up is really easy. What else can I talk about? Serrations are good on the gun. I think the serrations are a little bit better than the G2. They feel a little bit more workable than the G2. It's got a nice extractor on there. It's got a nice one on there. Breaks down pretty much just like a Glock. And it's got the trigger safety just like a Glock. Another thing is a trigger guard. Now on the G2, I'll show you. The G2, it's more rounded. This one is at an angle. So since it's winter time, you can get your glove in there. So it gives you more room to get your glove in there. If you have a glove, if you have to defend yourself and you're wearing gloves, you can get your glove in there. I don't have like huge snow gloves, but I have thick gloves, but I can get my glove through there, so that's a good plus. Some negatives about the gun is, first, like I said, it's a single stack. It only holds 7 in the magazine and one in the chamber. So you can get 8 rounds, but it only holds 7 in the magazine. That was one of the drawbacks of why I didn't first purchase the pistol. Another drawback for some, not so much for me, is it does have a safety. It does have external safety. Like with my G2, I don't carry it with the safety on. So I'll probably not do that with this gun. But a lot of people don't like the safety. Next is what everybody doesn't like, and it's the locking system with these keys. I mean, even the keys, if you look at the bag of the keys, you can see all that grease in there. Look at that. I mean, this was a pretty greasy gun. I had to wipe it down, but basically you just take this and locate it in the back of the gun. You just stick it in there, and it rises up, and that locks the gun completely off, so you can't use the firearm. And then you just stick it back in there, twist it back down, and then your gun will be functional. The other side is to help you adjust for windage and elevation. The back sights have that, just like the G2, which is a great feature. It's a great feature to help you out a lot. What else is maybe a negative? I would say it would be the grip. The grip is just like their little pocket gun, the mouse gun. It's pretty much, the only difference is this gun's bigger than this one, but they have pretty much identical grips. The grooves on it are a little bit deeper than the little 380, but not by much. I think that might be a little bit of a drawback, but you could always put some Talon grip on there, or buy the right Hogue grip, and you know that'll probably serve you a good purpose. I haven't shot this gun yet, so I don't know how it's going to react in my hand. Another feature that kind of pushed me away is it didn't come with the second magazine, so that was kind of a but my pinky does kind of fall off there, but I don't use my pinky a whole lot when I'm shooting, so I don't think that'll affect me too much. One more negative about this gun, it doesn't have a magazine disconnect, so that's good. But I'll show you the trigger pull on it. Now, that kind of scared me away when I first looked at this gun, because that's why I went with the G2, because I think the trigger on the G2 is a little bit better than this one. But I'll show you. So it's empty, don't freak out. But there's a lot of take up in that trigger. Look at that. Still going. And then you hit the wall right there. Boom. But the reset is good. Right there. That's your reset. And then, you know, but there, the initial first shot, there's a lot of take up until you hit the wall and it breaks. But, you know, it is what it is. It's not a Glock. This is a budget pistol. It's a good thing to get into if you're buying your first firearm or you need a truck gun. I think this thing will serve me well. It has a loaded chamber indicator on there. If you want to do press checks, I try and keep my hands and myself from being in front of a gun, but you could probably do a press check with it with the little grooves in there. But what else could I tell you about this gun? Taurus is always known for quality control. Quality control is always an issue. I haven't had any kind of problems. I had a little bit of problem with the little mouse gun, but I've worked all those kinks out, and now that gun works good. So, you know, I say it all the time, like a broken record. All guns aren't made the same. So, you know, you sometimes you might get a lemon, and Taurus is known a little bit for giving out lemons. But all in all, I think this is going to be a good firearm. It's going to go into my rotation. Now, I think I'm growing a Taurus family because I have a bunch of Taurus firearms. The only ones I don't really have, I think there's a littler Taurus 380 out there, or it might be the 22. I don't see any purpose for that gun so much. The PT-809, which is the full-size gun, I might get that one, but I've been looking at something else for a full-size gun. And then you have the Taurus Judge in whatever style. Now, I don't have a purpose for the Taurus Judge, that firearm, because I don't like have snakes or really violent critters around my house. So I don't see so much of a purpose. If you haven't seen Never Enough Ammo's channel, go to him. He's got one. It looks like a pretty cool gun. You know, I guess it was in The Walking Dead. If you're into that show, you've probably seen it on there. Me, I think this might be the end of the road for buying Tauruses. But if you're going to buy that first firearm, and you don't want to go that high point route or the Caltech route, all those little budget guns, these are some guns to look at. The G2, this is my everyday carry. It's a great gun. I really do enjoy shooting it, and it's comfortable carrying it. This one's going to be even more comfortable carrying it. Like I said, the grip might need a little bit of loving on there, but other than that, it's really concealable. This thing is slim compared to the G2. Look at that. Even though the G2 is a double stack, but look at that, man. That thing is really slim. I think it's gonna conceal way better than the majority of firearms I have, except for the little pocket mouse gun where you just put that in your pocket and nobody will know, But other than that, I think it's gonna be another good pistol from Taurus. So I'm gonna have to take this out to the range next week because I have a function coming up. That will be my next live feed. It's at a really nice hotel, and the hotel's hooked to a casino. I do gamble a little bit, so I'll show that tomorrow somewhere around 5:30 Central Time, and give you a little tour of my room, and a tour of the hotel and casino, and show you what I do. Besides guns and Star Wars. So yeah. Other than that, I think this is going to be a good gun. Everybody has their comments about Taurus. I haven't hopefully gotten a lemon yet. We'll see when I take this out to the range. I'm going to try and go to that indoor range that I tried to do my live feed on. I think that'd be a good place to go. The weather has been all right here, but I haven't checked the weather in the into next week, and I do have to work, so we'll see how that goes. But all in all, go look at these Taurus pistols. They are really, really affordable right now. I can't say anything else about them, but go check them out. Go check the prices out. They're affordable. If you don't want to go that high point route or all those other budget pistols, these are guns to look at. Like I said, I'm creating a family here. A family of Tauruses, they say. So you have the little pocket mouse gun. And then you have the little brother, the Slim, the PT709. Then you have the big brother, G2. And then you have, I guess this would be the mother, because the judge would be the father. So I'm accumulating quite a bit of firearms from Taurus, and they've worked out for me. So try these guns out. See if you like them. I've had good success for them. I know others have had good success for them. Watch out for all that packing grease that they put on there. Make sure you clean that firearm real good. So with that being said, I'd like to thank all my old and new subscribers and just the people that zip through the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I don't put out the best content. I like to get short and sweet to the point about firearms that I own or other firearms that come down the pipeline. And, there's a lot of good channels out there, but I am very grateful for all my subscribers. Let's try and grow the channel. I want to do the giveaway and give away that nice blanket. If you live in a cold weather climate, you can use that blanket, curl up, watch your favorite YouTube gun channels. And if you live in a climate that's warm, well, I don't know, let your dog lay on it. But again, I can't thank you guys enough. And like always, I will catch you on the next one.